Yes, guys, if you watched the first video or the intro video, thank you. This is my second casting video. I please urge you to go and check out my channel. And as well, if you want to leave any suggestions, comments, things you like, things you don't like, feel free. I'm all ears. Either way, here's my video. Hopefully you enjoy it, and I'll see you next time. Haha, yes. Number 2, casting video. Guys, this gameplay took a little while for me to get. We have been trying and trying. The funny thing is, I actually died straight away in this game. But, do you know what I do? I make the most of it. And that is why this video is being brought to your screens today. We have Mr. Glitchpaw, iSpot, Yatesy and myself in this one. It's over 20 kills this game, guys. This game is nothing short of a blast. And we have iSpot jumping straight in with 2 people in the mansion with myself on the bottom floor. And we are both going to sack that off right away. I think I had the grey SMG and I was like, yep, see you in a bit, you nerds. And I was out. Got one other squad with us in Fatal Fields. We've got Yatesy just minding his own business in the long barn. Me and Sean are pretty near to the 3 of them. Sean does literally starts tearing into some guy there. Puts out the purple SMG. iSpot, why didn't you use that from the start, mate? Because that is a good gun. I don't know why he didn't. But anyway, he's used that now. He's got the kill. So me and Sean and Yatesy now having a little standoff with this guy outside the mansion. Oh, look at that impulse stage. iSpot goes flying. And we are actually getting flanked from behind, so I'm not really going to say this is the best position right now, but I did use the Porter Fort. So what I've done there is changed that fight a little bit. I've created a whole different dynamic to it. Me and Yatesy are both high up, and Sean does try to engage the guy running in from behind us and actually gets killed as he imposes himself. So pretty weird one there from iSpot. It does get dropped, and Yatesy gets the kill on the guy like a little whack-a-mole popping up there from the bottom of the Porter Fort. And this is a 1v1 situation. He gets the first shotgun shot. He's fighting behind the wall. Can he get the second shot? He goes to build 2 ramps and blocks off a shotgun. Nice place from Yatesy. He gets the kill there as Mr. Glitchpaw finally comes out of nowhere. Speaking about the cavalry arriving, was a little bit too late on that one. Hopefully he's got enough loot. I would imagine he does. He is just currently hot rocking all over the place. But yeah, so just one other squad that dropped into Fatal with us, so we did manage to kill those guys, finish them off, so we have got the whole of Fatal to do what we like. Do actually just get a little bit of loot now in the game. The next fight is in a few minutes, so I would like to say, with the replay mode I've chosen to use today, there's obviously a few benefits, guys. There's also a few bad bits about this. One of which I'm sure you can notice, which is there are a few glitches in this replay mode system. So one is where you get this sort of weird pause / slow motion moment. That seems to happen on a few kills as well, like that right there. You see that? It's really annoying. I'm not sure what it is. That's one of the glitches. That's also chest glitch. I know you just saw we were going to open a chest. Sometimes you get the glitch where it says the chest is still there. It's not. Also the shield bars. I'm sure you guys can notice a few others as well. So that's the sort of bad things about the replay. The good things about the replay is that when you're watching this mode, you can get just such a good perspective on the fights, right? Like usually when you're playing Fortnite, or if you're spectating Fortnite, you're playing from that. Sorry, you're watching from that third-person view. And with this, you can basically look. You know, you can look above different angles. You can see, you know, both what 2 squads are doing simultaneously. You can pause. You can look at the position of all the enemies, and you know, look at the tactics of the game. You know, there's a lot of different factors as to why I like this. You've also got the ability to slow it down, to rewind it, to go over moments, so you can do all the things like analysis, all sorts of things, guys. So I feel like there is yet to be like more potential of the replay mode, and I also feel this is the one step towards competitive Fortnite and how to film it. But yeah, so like I say, this game, quite a few kills. I've also got the funny moments at the end. So I've got a funny moment and I've got the best kill of the game. Which you will see at the end of the video. Plan to do a few more videos like this, guys. Yeah, so really I'd like to sort of see what I can do with this. I mean, I definitely feel like, you know, the meta of Fortnite is ever changing. What's sort of good, what's not good. I know recently they've brought in the jetpack to the game as well. So one of the reasons why this game is just such a good game to get involved with is there's just so much going on. Like, you know, they're keeping it so fresh. I always say that it's a really important factor with any game is to keep it new, keep new things happening, keep people playing, keep your loyal players interested. And you know, Fortnite have definitely not disappointed with that. There's lots of different avenues they're going with this game. They've got a theme, you know, all the space theme they've been doing. They're always bringing out new guns, and they've also got the shop elements, all the skins and cosmetics they put into the game. Obviously, the changes to the map, adding, you know, things. Oh no, jetpack's not a gun, but things like that. You know, the porta fort, the jetpack. Do you know what? I just think this is a brilliant game. I feel like there's so much more to come with Fortnite. I would love to see what this game is going to be like in a couple of years' time. I would love to see what they can do with this game. And you know, it's just great fun. That's the point. It's just great fun. I love doing this. You know, it's a great hobby to do. I can easily do this in the evenings. I don't really find it that sort of strenuous to do. I quite enjoy it. But I'll tell you what's not going to be enjoyable is Mr. Glitchpaw when he comes across this next team. So we have got team number 14, I believe. Perfect team. And as you can see, our team is quite spread out. So it's really going one-on-one. You heard a shot coming out straight away as we now are coming under fire with Mr. Glitchpaw here. So his teammates aren't that close to him. He's going to have to survive these first couple of moments by himself. And he does react by building a wall and tries to get a couple of shots. And he does land them there. So he's nice little exchange with Mr. Glitchpaw. Got himself defended, and there we go. He's hitting a few shots. He does get run up on by a guy there and hits one shot straight away. Does get a ramp built over his head, trying to get him. Misses the first shot with the shot. And there's the second shot. And it does it. So nice one-on-one there. The usage to Icebox, who has finally arrived with that first rifle, and then whips up the SMG to finish off that guy there. Absolutely melts him down in that exchange. So nice play from Icebox and Yatesy to back up MGP. And it is a good thing they have arrived, because there is another team straight away engaging onto these three. So no time for any respite or shielding. Mr. Glitchpaw in that sort of makeshift base there, trying to get the angles, trying to get the shots, trying to get the hits. We can now see a 3-on-2 situation between these two teams. Icemark on the left hand side, Mr. Glitchpaw on the right hand side is taking some quite heavy fire now. Decides to peek over finally. Trying to get some shots down range now, trying to see what he can do. His team do try to push up on Ice Spike. You can see a member of him there as Ice Spike does come into 1-on-1, and Mr. Glitchpaw has actually taken out two people. I didn't even see that at first. That was very nice. Both of those health bars went red. Mr. Glitchpaw, some lovely picks there, I have to say. Using that, is it a green burst? I think it is just a green burst rifle he's got there. Really putting that to great use. You can see the timing of when he chooses to peek is very vital. He's waiting for all of those initial shots, that initial pressure to subside. You know, using the building to keep them walled off. And once it does, he does then expose himself, get the gun pointed, tries to pick the enemies. And as you can see there, two very quick kills, one after the other. So nice mechanical play there from Mr. Glitchpaw. A real sort of, you know, compliment to his confidence with this game. How he does go off by himself. He's not afraid to roam. He's not afraid to push. Does have the ability to back it up as well there. Same would definitely be said for Ice Spark. Both of these players very confident when it comes to close exchanges, long exchanges. I think a fundamental problem with Fortnite previously was the actual shooting of the game, which is not a good thing, bearing in mind it is a game based on shooting and, you know, killing other people. But yeah, the problem was that the reticule, so where you were aiming, was only an area in which the bullets could go. So there was an element of, you know, randomness as to where the actual bullets would go, like when you shot them. So you could be aiming it at somebody essentially, and it could hit them in the head or the stomach or miss them completely. So Epic did bring in the 100% accuracy, which is where you have to take a bit of a longer pause. You can't shoot straight away. But it does mean that first shot you get is always accurate. But another thing which you see a lot of pro players like is just having the shotgun. And the reason is it is slightly different. Even though it's an area you shoot in, there's multiple shots. So a shotgun gives you that guaranteed area of effect when you shoot the weapons. So you know where some of the bullets are going to go. Whereas a rifle, where you used to just shoot one shot, that obviously you've got to aim it on the person, yeah, but there's still a chance that might not hit. So that's why you see sometimes, yeah, players feel very comfortable with a shotgun in their hands. And speaking of shotguns, there's probably going to be one required soon if they are going to get pushed up on, because a team of 2 have decided to push up on these 3 here. We can see iSpark did build some ramps, decided to back off and reset, going for a slightly lower down base. Oh, speak too soon there, he's built one up now. But we have got one person directly in front of the team. I believe I saw another member rotating round that hill you can see there. So he did try to go for the flank as iSpark, I believe, is going to see him. And he has seen him right now, and 2 bursts go down, and he takes him out straight away there. Wow. That's a foul taken off him, but he just got dropped instantly. No effect done to the fight. So now it is a 3v1. I've got to say, I do feel for this poor chap over here. He's definitely going to be having a hard time. I think one of our team has got a rocket launcher as well. Maybe a golden one, in fact. You can hear the rockets going down. And this is going to be a fight with the back against the wall. They have this guy survive. He's trying to build some walls. You can see he's absolutely getting pummeled with rockets and bullets here. This is trying to go for the pick. He does seem to sort of try to move away if he can. He does get dropped, I was going to say. If he got away from that, then I would say that guy is a bit of a magician, because that was not a good situation at all. Very, very sticky indeed. And he does go down eventually. So this team here, still 3 men standing, have survived a few teams now. I think maybe 4 in total. As you can see, there's sort of quite a more intensified part of the game now where the action is going. This guy does not fancy the fight at all, though. He has chosen to go scuttling away back to his teammates. I think he was actually very near the three of us at the start of that fight. He must have heard all of the commotion and decided he didn't want any part of that whatsoever. So now Mr. Glitchpaw, iSpark and Yatesy are rotating into Retail Row. You can see the circle is catching up with them. And the team that was in the distance are actually going to be crossing paths soon. So another fight is imminent here. Mr. Glitchpaw and iSpark are both leading the way of this team. And you have to say the engagement is very soon. Mr. Glitchpaw does build the ramp. He sees them straight away, trying to get some shots. You can see the other team have walled off that. And Mr. Glitchpaw now decides to take matters into his own hands with the impulse grenade. Pushing up, very aggressive play. It goes straight to the solutions building. With the shotgun, hits one shot straight away and takes a couple himself, drops down. Tries to reset the fight, builds it again, hits the first shotgun, pulls out the silence pistol and does get the kill there. Lovely play from Mr. Glitchpaw, finishing up with the headshot and the slice shot whizzes past his body. Good thing that missed there. That could have been good luck Vienna for him if it did manage to connect. He does get, eliminates that guy there, finishes off the kill. And now close up a base, you can see there's 2 more members of this team in front of him. Can these boys finish it off? They have got a very slight high advantage. Takes one down with the burst rifle and actually gets dropped himself afterwards. Luckily he's able to crawl back down into safety. There's only one more player remaining as iSpark on the roof there. I'm not sure if that's a roof or a water tower or some sort of metal thing, but still he got the angle iSpark and does manage to end that fight before any more damage could be done. So Mr. Glitchpaw, as you can see there in that fight, did initiate it. Great play to get up there straight away face to face and get the kill. Then actually gets the second kill and then gets dropped by the 3rd member, but luckily iSpark was there to clean up the play. As we can see that team there, so they were sort of camping it out in the house. Not too sure from this angle if they would be an earshot of that. I mean, I guess it depends whether they've spent £20 on their headphones or £50, but I guess they probably would have heard some of that because there were rockets going. It was quite a noisy fight. So I'm not too sure if they're going to go and engage this. I think they're quite happy just to chill, do what they were doing. Nothing too crazy as we now see iSpark looking like he's going to put down some jump pads here. I'm just going to pause this game right now. Remember, I was watching this at this point, and you're going to have to excuse me. You can't see all of the teams because there's the replay zone, but there is a team in front of us right now. Only 14 left in the game, so it's getting to that key sort of part of the game. But yeah, the team in front of us, a team of 3, are currently fighting another. Well, you can see one guy there. I think there's another team on that mountain. Can't quite see all of the map there because of the replay mode. All the players on the map, but yeah, so a really sort of common thing to see in this game is you hear a fight going and that naturally attracts more people. That's exactly what's happening. As the 3 of us do engage straight away and try to get them from behind, and you can see instantly this other team retaliates and does come back with some fire of their own. Getting those ramps nice and wrecked it as soon as possible. Trying to put the pressure down, Mr. Glitchpool with that trusty green burst rifle. You can see some sniper shots whizzing above those, so he wants to keep that head under cover as much as possible. And it does get to a point in these games where there can be a standoff occasionally where both teams don't know what to do. And as you can see, Mr. Glitchpool just launched off there. So he is feeling very confident right now, looking to get this fight underway. Wants to start changing up a little bit. He taking some fire straight to Mr. Glitchpool with the burst rifle. Hits one shot and you can see the glitch on the replay mode, but you can, hopefully you guys just noticed that, but he did get the kill with the burst. So Mr. Glitchpool, a lovely play. Flanks them around the left-hand side, whips out the assault rifle and takes someone down. Now it's a 3v2. Now Icebot goes in himself. He knows now's the time. And Jason sends the rocket, but doesn't get himself. And Icebot trying to get the kill with the 3-burst rifle. And the 4th shot does get him there. So he takes him down, Icebot. Now they have finished off 2 people. So what can this team do? Can they finish this off? It is only 2 players on our team, and there is 2 players on their team. They are hiding under the little sort of 1x1 with the roof there, trying to sort of keep it low, maybe get a few heals if they can. But as we all know too very well, Mr. Glitchpool is no sucker for these games. He knows this all too well, and he is going to be sniffing around this place. And you can see the rocket, he must know where they are. And naturally they're out in the open. Mr. Glitchpool with the first shotgun shot tries to take him down, and now it's turned into a building battle. Who is going to have the better mechanics here? Mr. Glitchpool cutting off all angles, trying to keep himself on the left hand side with a shotgun shot, just missed there. Tries to get up a bit higher now. As you can see, the fast, rapid building, you can almost feel the wind off his fingers here as he's trying to get up this guy, and he hits one shotgun shot, hits a second shotgun shot. He's going to be near to dying here. Mr. Glitchpool is now above him with the assault rifle and tries to break through the wall, and there he is in front of him. Mr. Glitchpool does take him down, and it's a very, very important win there for Mr. Glitchpool in this fight. Had to win that battle there, and he does take him out there, so lovely play. As now it's a 2v1 situation, and look at this guy, he's hiding, he does not want it, he knows what's coming in the corner, and he's trying to get a shot with the MGT hits one, and the second shot takes him down. He had nowhere to run there, he was just sat in the corner like a rabbit in the headlights, and Mr. Glitchpool made sure that those headlights, well, that story, don't you? But, like I say now, is that 9? That is 9 people left. We have, I think that is the 2 from earlier who didn't want to fight, so they've probably chosen to get in a fight after spending at least 20 minutes on that base. They have a jump pad already behind them, so they have an escape plan, so they quite clearly don't want to get the kills. They just want to cause some sort of trouble and make a nuisance of themselves and then rotate somewhere. They've obviously been watching this fight unfold in front of them. The good thing for Mr. Glitchpool and Icebot is there is a lot of building around them there, so a lot of nooks and crannies for them to jump into. And they're both really making the most of that now. They're keeping themselves under a lot of cover and trying to put some pressure themselves back. I want to say they are at a significant height disadvantage right now. So not a position you would definitely say to get killed. And there we go, you can see team number 10, the first member has decided to move, so I would definitely expect the second one to be following very shortly. As you can see, instantly MGP and Icebot choose to rotate. So now guys, there is 5 people left in this game. You can see there's 2 here from our team, team number 3, and there's 2 players from team number 10. So if whoever wins this fight is going to be pretty much finding that last guy, whether it's 2 or 1 of you. As here we go, Icebot going up the mountain, but we can see Mr. Glitchpool is going in again. He is not scared of having a fight. He's not scared of building above someone. He tries to get the first shot, hits him straight away. Nice start to the fight for MGP as he pulls off that rocket. Great play there, trying to get the second kill. A big shotgun shot from MGP, and the second one takes him down. As he now goes to the second guy once more. He's hungry, but he gets taken down. His own attempts to win that game. He was so hungry for the kill, he just peaked for too long. He felt too invincible, and he drops off there. He wants to stay alive ever so badly, as Icebot now is the guy who has to do the business. He has to finish the job, and he's got a nice little bit of height advantage. He's got a nice angle, and the game is going to lag out, but Icebot is going to get the 1 bullet SMG kill, almost like he was using a sniper there. That's all he needs. He had calculated that health to a maximum. So guys, if I can just catch my breath for a second, we are now into the last 3 of the game. It is MGP, it is Icebot, and I've got to say, this poor guy over here, whatever his name is, Joseph I believe, team number 2, He is hiding away in that base there. So, our terrible and troublesome duo, MGP and iSpark, have a distinct advantage right now. The first one is there's two of them, and the second one is they are incredibly high up in the air, so they can see everything pretty much in this circle. They can definitely get themselves sorted out before engaging this. So you have to say from this position it is definitely theirs to lose. I'm not sure if we've looked at the scoreboard recently. I know these two have at least over 15, 16 kills between them. I would very much doubt that Joseph guy is anything near to that. So this game has been incredibly fast-paced. I have to say, when you do have a game like that, where you're in a lot of fights, you do sort of get into a bit more of the rhythm. These two deciding to just play it a bit safe right now. They've gone for the metal base, two one by one standing next to each other. Making sure they're getting rid of any sort of possibility that somebody could launch a surprise attack. And there we go, they've now seen him. So, this Joseph guy is in a very, very sneaky situation right now. He is being rained upon by these two. As MGP is again, look at this. Look at the aggressive thing there. Drops the trap down as well. But look at that. He does not want to mess around. He does not want to wait any longer in this game. He has some dinner downstairs, so he wants to go and eat. He's going to finish this off right away. And he sees him underneath and he drops down. He gets pumped in the back. So MGP, that serves you right. If you're trying to finish this game quickly, my friend, you should have used them rockets. We know. We said it in the chat. But now it is iSpark, and he has to finish this off. So, actually left this game with a one-on-one situation, which I have to say, not the best idea. Joseph has definitely, you know, made the most of this. Bearing in mind a second ago, he looked like he had no chance whatsoever. He's now got himself healed up. He's got a sniper in his hand as well. You can see that, and a med kit. As iSpark going for the classic popper shot technique, where you do try and expose the minimal amount of your body for the least amount of time to still shoot. That's shooting to the left, not shooting where the guy is. And oof, my goodness me, that sniper bullet whistled past the ear there. But there we go, guys. You knew what was going to happen. iSpark get the kill. So he got the kill. So I have to rewind this. Funniest moment, without a doubt. Without a doubt goes to MGP for the 200 IQ trap play. Let's just watch this again. And there it is from MGP. You can just see him staring at that trap thinking, really? As he then drops the jump pad afterwards. But just to rub salt in the wound, he now goes in. I'm not really sure what happened here. Like, he's above him. And then he sort of drops and turns around without getting his gun out. So, you know what? I don't know. But anyway, this is the end game as well. And I put it as the best kill because I thought, you know what? He nearly died here. Like, I want to show you guys again. Look how close this sniper is, really. It's coming in a second. That took the torch off the side of his head. And look at this. Shot. There you go. See you later. Guys, that was a video. I hope you enjoyed that. It was pretty crazy. My throat is hurting right now. Like I say, please like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.